Let's face it, being employed is draining and unfulfilling. You get tired of the grind where your promotion or increase depends on everybody else except you. Your worth depends on your boss, essentially. Your time and energy, your boss pretty much controls them. So here you are exploring your options. That's great. You just don't know how to do it, but you are just so excited to go, to take the leap of faith, to see what's out there. You have capital, maybe just a little, but you are not sure if it's enough or how to use it. Well, let me solve that for you. Welcome to Cash Circus, a place to sort out your financial conundrum and come out ready and inspired. So, this video provides different business ideas from huge capital to small, from businesses requiring skills very little to expert level, full time, or the ones that allow you to chill, except on weekends. At the end of this video, your mind would be bustling with ideas and you would be more inspired to wrap up your old life and go on a financial adventure. Isn't that the point of life? And after having business ideas to choose from, you might want to check this out, the ultimate formula for profitable business, for you either to straighten up your plans or upgrade your existing business right now. This provides a checklist of what and how to make a business a winning venture. But right now, let us open the windows of your mind and show you a lot of possibilities. Let's begin. This video is divided into two parts, the market-driven ideas and the skill-based ideas. You see, the business world operates in two ways. The first one, the market-driven ideas depend on demand. It means there is scarcity in the market, there is a need or a necessity for it, and a business is the one to provide it. And I have chopped down the ideas into little ones so I can explain better. All right, so number one, the gap in the market. This kind of business idea is about a demand for something or something that solves a problem, essentially. For example, in your town, people are looking for a high quality tanning salon or a gym. They go to another town to get it, or a store that needs someone to deliver goods from a supplier to the store. So you provide the convenience. During the pandemic, there was a demand for medical needs such as face masks, transportation, food, warehouses for online deliveries. People who were ready to adapt were able to ride the wave. With calamity prone areas, insurance is a good idea, so are security systems, CCTV camera for high crime areas, for example, and there are businesses that latch to ones with great demand. For example, driving lessons for teens in a nearby university. When bridging a gap or solving people's problems, you are who customers run to. You get to monopolize the market or you can get a fair share. Businesses that don't need a huge capital include landscaping, tree trimming, plumbing, or home or building painting. These are businesses that keep cities, institutions, homes in top shape. Aside from this, there is a demand for people to solve specific problems, like run specific errands for busy people, like Christmas shoppings with a list, gift wrapping, personal assistance for a day to shadow and carry stuffs. You can also offer dog hotels for pet parents out on vacation, or home watch for people leaving towns for days or months. But a low capital business that addresses fear can be providing nanny service for the rich with martial skills. To advertise, use your social media account and put up a website. Think of assistance for prom or senior balls like makeup, styling, advertise at school, and you get 100 inquiries if you can handle that. Or you can provide transport of personal effects of students moving in or out of a dorm. From a dormitory, you can easily gain 20 inquiries and last minute ones. That's free marketing too. You can offer chaperoning elderlies for errands or to hospitals and coordinate with home care centers or transporting the ones with injury or disability and coordinate with hospitals. You provide the comfort of a transport like a bed or a chair. You can also offer dog sitting or dog care for pet parents in condo complex during the day. When solving people's problems, think about what people value, such as time, their pets, their image, or their security. People would pay for car wash at home. Make an agency out of it, okay? Think about your own problems that you want solving. And it is probably what others want solved as well. Think of the stressful events like prom, funeral, parties, holidays. You just might be sitting on $1 million right there, right now. Of course, demand is not the only one to consider. I have a video walking you through the different types of demand and other important consideration to pick a winning business idea. These factors would truly differentiate businesses from the others. Keep in mind, if you are going to use your hard-earned money, time, and energy, it has to be almost a sure bet, a hole-in-one. But if you do not want to spend so much time, hire someone or subcontract. Number two, the boring, the staple. You can also open a business that is old and boring but dependable, like pest control, rental, public transportation, security agency, outpatient clinics, medical supplies, car repair. Businesses that don't have to be the one on trend or something you want to bring your friends to. They are the backbone of the society. And in times of recession, these are businesses that people would still pay for. These are the all weather type of businesses. Businesses like this seem attractive or cheap at face value. Remember, trying something you know nothing or a little about will cost time and energy and money to learn. Mistakes cost money. Of course, mistakes are unavoidable, but at least minimize the probability. Research would benefit potential business starters if a huge capital is involved. You can ask around, seek advice, or eventually hire people who know the tricks of the trade that would work. Take your time to look around, visit operations, and until you can differentiate each prospect from the other, do not pick one. I assume by now ideas are swirling in your head, but hold your reins, there are more to explore. Number three, the cheap. If you are up for an even boring one, but it does not hurt your pocket, then this is the business for you. There are businesses that do not have to hurt the pocket. Cleaning services such as lawn, windows, vending machines are easy to start. All you need are a cutter and soap. You can knock on every door within the radius, offer long-term contracts, set up a website for reviews and referrals. Partner up with existing cleaning services to fill their demands or fill yours. The pros of this is the potential loss is small. The most you have to worry about is training the cleaners, make sure they can be trusted not to steal from homes. I would also include here online content creation because it does not require a huge capital to start, although it is not boring, definitely. Some make money out of sharing their expertise, some about their unique situations, such as being a preschool teacher, having 7 children, working in a morgue, marrying interracially, showing culture clash. Social media creation, digital products such as plugins, automation are a no brainer. That what's great about it is that there's no rent to think about, no or few staff to create one, but it opens up an unlimited and lifetime potential gains. It is like publishing a book that sells forever, especially for generic topics or topics that are timeless. Plus, there are more than one way to generate income. With one video, you can earn from ads, from products you discuss, or from endorsements. It is really the greatest financial entrepreneurship available now for the past generations and possibly beyond. So take advantage of free marketing, free rent, the simplicity of operation, among others. But this is not without cons. Being exposed makes you susceptible to bashing, criticism, especially for contents that reveal intimate details or perspectives. Accept that this is the nature of the beast. You can't just gain, as in any business, you have to lose something too, such as not getting everyone's approval. After all these examples, if you haven't found one, the next one might be the answer, the one that solves all your concerns. Number 4, the tried and tested. Not all businesses involve too much risk and thought and planning and effort. There are actually businesses that are all figured out and are waiting for someone like you to buy and execute the system. Franchises. Franchises are the branches of successful entrepreneurs, these successful ones that have knocked it out of the park, and so the failure rate is pretty slim. All you have to do basically is find staff to do it and follow the plan, and of course pay the franchise fee. Most of them are simple enterprises like hot dog stands, burger joints. They have to be simple. They have a track record, a system that is easy to follow, and they offer training and assistance and provide the supplies. These can be business friendly for starters. It can become profitable in a year to 5 years, depending on the business. Not bad for a starting business. With the ease, track record, the brand, this can be a very good idea. You might want to start with a brand you actually buy from or believe in. Another one that is tried and tested is to buy an existing business. These are businesses that have been running for decades with stable clients, but owners who want to retire and no one would take over. And they may sell it to just get rid of it, honestly. They may even give you some flexible terms about your payments. You might have neighbors who fit this profile, so look around. The best time to buy is during a recession or a market crash. Businesses like this are on sale. You might want to take advantage of this. These types are pretty easier than the one you have to plan from ground up. There is less risk than starting one as a newbie in the business. But of course, ask for their financial statement, look for a great location, skilled staff. So you can cover all the bases. And this is for people who have the capital, who do not want to think anymore, who want a side hustle that can run on its own. You must be brimming with inspiration right now. Good, that is the purpose of this video. But there's more. But so far, I have discussed the market driven type, the ones that meet the demands of the market. One is the gap in the market, the stable ones, the cheap ones, and the tried and tested. They are all focused on meeting the needs of the market. But let's move on. The next part of this video is about skill-based business ideas. These are more about self-expression. These ideas are about anyone wanting to unleash a personal perspective, an identity in a way. So the following requires skills, knowledge, and a whole lot of boldness. Skill based businesses are about you, your principles, your perspectives, your style. Therefore, this kind is a little risky in a way because it is not tried and tested. But when the market resonates or think your product or service is relevant, it can shoot you up to the moon. All right, number 5, innovating a norm. Look, some businesses may be stable but are looking kind of outdated or dull, and this concept has never been so relevant. With the future moving forward with AI and technology, some businesses are looking old and unimaginative. So the momentum towards the future is for those who can innovate. So, a great business formula right now is the one that can twist ideas up like an old dish given an Asian flavor. What you can do is take an old idea, put your creativity cap, for example, staycation with an out of the world experience, like above a cliff, underwater. Or you copy the idea or operations of the company you are employed in or exposed to, but turn it up a notch. Maybe using smart or the latest technology like an all in one product, and add to the mix cheaper prices, less bureaucracy. It can be a hair salon, face salon, a product, an app, social media content, the list goes on. Solving dissatisfaction or boredom with existing businesses can be a huge advantage. But innovation, speed are great motivators for markets. The faster, the more exciting, the more efficient, the more problems your business solves, the better. What's crucial here is if the market resonates with your innovative ideas or if they know about it. So, the more resonant, the better for you. This, however, requires aggressive marketing and sales, and so skills are required to mobilize your plans. Meeting with potential investors requires your A game, and then creating awareness about your upgrade requires patience and creative solutions. You may need your contacts, your network to spread your ideas around. Remember, if you're going to invest your hard earned money or borrow for it, make sure it has at least a 75% chance it won't fail. And give your business around 5 years to see results or reliable results or ROI. This kind of business also requires passion and a lot of boldness, more like an unstoppable force. Because it requires spreading awareness, you may need to really believe in it. You may need to believe in the value that you provide for the market because there will be times when nothing seems to move. No one calls. Creating a client base takes time, so perhaps surround yourself with reasonable, supportive, and creative people. I have a video about the challenges that business starters go through. I provide practical and mind setting tips there, so you might want to check that out. But your ideas, the value you provide, is the force that your market would possibly resonate with. Your brand will be about you, how you want to make it better for them. Think of a smartphone that has been a trailblazer. When people start to buy, it is like they are holding a piece of you with that product or service that they buy. So it's quite fulfilling. Number six, pure skill. Skill, skill, skill. This kind of enterprise is about your applying your expertise. Expertise can be creative or technical. Some express their creativity in social media or out of it, such as smartphone, photography, makeup, fashion styling, crafting, dancing, the list goes on. Technical expertise are building construction, um, trading, coding, video gaming. Expertise is usually developed after 5 years of practice or training. Okay, and some get a diploma for it, and some are self taught. This can be offered through freelancing, through social media, by establishing a firm. Some of these generate income by giving speeches, podcasts, guestings, consultancy, educational manuals, books, newsletters, etc. Businesses that don't require huge capital include fashion or makeup styling for proms, wedding proposal decorations, Christmas front lawn decoration, social media managing, and the more specific, the better the pay, such as language tutoring for business, language tutoring for the medical field. Another example is trading, a technical skill. This can be truly lucrative. Taking advantage of the market volatility can amass profits after decades of analyzing a dozen chart patterns and indicators. But even through losses, some traders are challenged to keep learning, not even for the profit, but the sense of belief that they have the answer in them, the internal system reorienting and gestating for the core patterns. If you are good in sales, people management, and system design, for example, an easy low capital business that requires skill is home visit, car condition checkup. If you know a lot about cars or you know someone who does, you can design a menu for a specific focus, whether engine, transmission, sensor, aircon, etc., and start selling this service. This can be done with contracts like monthly or yearly. You can capture the market where you live. You can also add services like home car washing, engine wash, etc. while you're at it. This ticks a lot of boxes in the list, doesn't it? If plants are your cup of tea, you can offer indoor plant decoration. On the side, you can offer plant supplies and weekly care and maintenance. A thing I would recommend is to allow yourself to keep evolving. For example, with your skills, try branching out of the field. I recommend integrating other skills or field of knowledge or media. For example, as a chef, learn medicinal properties, chemistry, culture, history. Integrate them all in your cooking, meaning learn why something might not taste so good or might not serve a market because of cultural narratives or medicinal content. A physician can also expand into learning makeshift instruments, tools, or AI technology. Maybe learning physics or teaching skills could also be possible, an actor can learn script writing, directing, or editing, and finding the common threads about it. A dancer can learn the movements of the leaves, the rivers, the animals of nature, and choreograph from the sound of crickets, cats, and snakes? I don't know. Integrating knowledge will give you versatility. You can cook in the woods and find substitutes, or cook for teens, elderly, or different races and still be relevant. And do this for you, not even for the reputation or for the profits. Expand yourself, cook to evolve, cook to bring out your highest potential. Integrated skill or knowledge will allow you to think out of the box because core ideas are understood. Through this, you can stand for something or create something original because your skill or knowledge is deep. Moreover, integrated skill or knowledge is hard to replicate, especially in the times where AI can just take over our jobs. So allow yourself to marinate, ripen, even if your friends are already upgrading their lifestyles. Allow your skills to frustrate you, tame you, transform you until you have a theory, a perspective, a style, a system of knowledge that cannot be shaken, manipulated, or distracted. Expertise like this can be sought after, especially when you can provide versatility and stability. Marketing yourself would be crucial, but people will find you and treasure your expertise. Marketing yourself may vary. Some may be marketed through sphere of influence, such as the hospital you work in, while some you have to go out there and create awareness through social media or referrals. For example, you are good at caring or training dogs, and you have learned this for 10 years of training different dogs, and so you want to make a business out of it. With some system design skills, you think about the different services you can offer according to the breed or purpose. You arrange your place according to the behaviors of dogs, also arrange how each day should go. With your selling and people skills, you speak and reach out to pet parents, listen to their concerns, give them feedbacks all the time, and advertise this with your online network. You may be good at taking pictures because you can get dogs to pose. And so you feel so many advantages on your side even before knowing if people even need this service. It is like a force inside you that wants to materialize. The advantage of skill based businesses is the high fees you can charge for it. Your skills and knowledge can see through manipulation. People pay you for what's in your head, your ability to see more than the untrained. Skill based or knowledge based enterprises can be very fulfilling, but because it is an extension of yourself, like a baby you bring forth to the world. It can become your legacy, your footprint for your lifetime. It is personally fulfilling because you speak the language or the expression of your being. An enterprise like this can shift or even alter the course of an industry. For example, the Beatles introduced rock and roll music. Its effect shook the world, and for those who don't reach airwaves, the fulfillment alone can last a lifetime. But I suggest, even with skills, make sure you still increase your chances of success by maybe having good financial management, getting near or being accessible to a captured market or niche, offering long term contracts, because capital is hard to earn, so don't lose it. So that's it, cash cruisers. Again, there are two types of business ideas: the market driven ones, which depend on demand, and the skill based one, which is more about your personal expression. I'm sure you can think of others. It's becoming a very versatile world. But now your mind must be scrolling one idea after another. Good for you, cash cruisers. That's the goal. Thinking of businesses to get into is not like chasing rainbows or unicorns. In fact, you may realize you are already sitting on an idea for so long you didn't realize it until now. You have a problem and you want it solved. Most likely, someone has that problem too and is waiting for you to knock on their door. So I hope you find this valuable. I'll leave you to marinate for now while I will get a cup of herbal tea, sit by my window for a job well done. Bye for now.